And what's up guys, it's your boy CJ back with you to another video. I know it's getting a little cringy. I really start to not really like that name anymore just because it sounds weird, but just better. Anyway, so hi again, I'm back, kind of. I don't know, I have to see how first. Anyway, I'm back, I'm on my sem break right now. Anyway, I'm just gonna get into this video, really quick video. Anyway, as you can see from the title, it actually title marked as to Apple's ridiculous stand. As you can hear, like very recently, you heard Apple's new Apple released a new XDR display, which is really awesome piece of tech. But unfortunately, the monitor itself costs $5,000 and it doesn't come with a stand. And if you want to buy the stand together with it, the stand itself costs freaking $1,000, and I'm not happy with this. A lot of people is not happy with this. It sounds like a fail, and for me it sounds like a big fail itself. But then again, we have to think about from another perspective, from the perspective of Apple. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to diss on Apple. Maybe in this case I really am. I do own an Apple, by the way. I have a MacBook Air, and you can see here. Anyway, I love my MacBook Air. I love Apple products to a certain degree, I guess, and not all the way. Anyway, I use my Razer most of the time, so I use Windows a lot. Anyway, but still, let's get back to the topic. Apple's $1,000 display. If you put yourself in Apple's shoes, it can be considered as a fail and not as a fail at the same time. Here's why. Alright, the first thing is, if you really consider it as a fail, well, one thing is, it's really just a really ridiculous price point for a stand. I mean, it's $1,000, $1,000 US, and that's not priced. If you price it in Malaysia, that's about 4,000 ringgit for just a monitor stand. So I'm not particularly really excited about it. I'm not gonna buy it because I don't think I have a need for it, but still, it's really expensive. Anyway, so it's a fail in the sense that people, they think people will accept it because they're Apple, and to be honest, there's a certain limit to what you can do things. In this case, there's a certain limit to how much you can price something, and in this case, they priced it like ridiculously wrong. $1,000 for a stand? Really, Apple? You could do better. But in the other way, how they can fix it, they could have just put it as the monitor itself as a $6,000 monitor. But instead, if you only want to get a display or without the stand, and you could get it for $5,000, then people will have a different reaction to it. People will still question, does that stand cost $1,000 get that discount? But it wouldn't get as much traction as it did now. But with that traction comes to my second point. It could be a PR stunt. Now, if you actually take notice of Apple in the recent years, they have been creating products with price point that's just really considered to be ridiculous. And just take for the iPhone 10 for example. When the iPhone 10 was first released, everyone was like, oh. But when Tim Cook really revealed the price, people would be like, what the? Yeah, that's the reaction. At least that's my reaction. But people still buy them. Why? I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know. People still buy the $1,000 iPhone. I don't know why, but I guess it's quite cool. I have been playing with it. I may get it, but I probably won't anytime soon. But it's cool, still a cool piece of product. But back to us here. They might be using the negative reaction for the public as a piece of social publicity, if you will. Anyway, you know, publicity actually costs a lot nowadays to just publicize your item, and in a way, if you actually think about it, people actually remembers what you do wrong than what you do right. Just take your test for example, take your exams for example. Your parents will never remember you get those straight A's or that 100% inside your exam. Your parents will definitely remember where you fail or get an F. That's the most definite thing. Sorry, excuse me. Had a really good dinner. But still, if you actually think about it, it's kind of ridiculous that people, the social mentality of human race nowadays, they focus on the negativity instead of the positivity. So when Apple decided to do this and to publicize this, it actually came to mind that if you actually notice now on news, the news of the Apple stand $1,000 stand has been like blowing up the internet right now, and you can see it everywhere. And if you think about it, if there's only that discount thing, and as for my first point, whereby Apple only publicizes $6,000 and get a discount $1,000, they will not get such a appearances on the internet. You will not see like this kind of discount inside Apple to be a big news. Because take Samsung for example, you don't really hear much about Samsung or anything else except for Huawei nowadays, just because of the trade war. That's putting aside. But in this case, you when you actually think about it, it's kind of cool that Apple thinks to use humans mentality to the point. I mean, it's from marketing manager perspective. I guess it will be really successful, since you get to publicize the fact that you're selling a display right now, although you're using it in the negative way. But people know. People will definitely know. Even I know I wasn't really a fan of monitor displays until I heard the news about $1,000 stand. I'm like, what? Then I took a look at it, and it's quite a cool tech. And I have to say, kudos to Apple for thinking in such a way, if that's what they were planning in the first place. But still, it is still really ridiculous in my opinion to sell $1,000 monitor stand. In this case, a pro stand. A pro stand, dude. You don't need to name a monitor stand as a pro stand. What's so special about it? You sure you can swivel here, turn a lot of angles. It's made of metal, sure, but you can get a third-party swivels, and then you can swivel all around. Hell, you can swivel up and down. I guess in this case, I still think that they are PR stuff. So I mean, it's up to you guys. This is all just based on my opinion. I'm sorry, this is just gonna be a really short video anyway. So yeah, I guess this is just my opinion. Just want to share it out with you guys, and yeah, I'm back. Yeah, do check out my video in the next video. Alright, it's your boy CJ, and it's kind of late right now. I'm gonna finish up this video, gonna post it up, and I'm gonna head to the hay. See ya!